Bang bang. Alright, here we are. Yet another video. I hope you're doing well. Fantastic even. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. My friends, family, and loved ones. I'm gonna give you a little demonstration of me and my capabilities of sharpening this knife. If you don't know me, well, now you do. Hello, my name is Lester. This is a little introductory video into me and starting this business. I'm pretty good at sharpening knives. I could get them pretty sharp, might even be razor sharp. And I wanted to do a little demonstration of my abilities and the importance of a sharp knife. So I'm gonna hit you with that first person POV so you guys can see what it's like to be me. All right. Bang! We're here. And I want to show you that a sharp knife doesn't have to be a necessarily expensive knife. Here I have a kitchen set from IKEA. And so the previous owners, they didn't really take care of their blades. As you can see, look, this is me putting in a nice amount of pressure to cut this lime, and this is the damage it's doing. Like, look, this is me using my force. But that was a lot of force I used there. It didn't cut. I was actually surprised by that. See this one? Okay, kind of cuts, but not really. Maybe I adjust you a little bit. Like, see what I'm saying? Kind of moves around, but it doesn't really cut. That's a bad thing, because whenever you're gonna put down a cut, you want it to go straight through. But if it moves around, it could slide, and if it slides around, you could end up cutting yourself. So that's not good. Here I have one of my beautiful knives. Here it is. This one I do take care of and I sharpen regularly because it's the only knife that I use. And if I go gently, it already starts to cut. This is very effortless. If I were to do the same thing I did in the beginning and just push straight down, it'll go straight down. Having a sharp knife allows you to get really thin, super fine cuts, because wherever you put the knife, wherever you set it down, that's where it's gonna go. If I try to do a super thin cut, here, let me show you what happens. If I try to do a super thin cut, I end up just squishing the freaking lime. Like, you know what I mean? I have to use a crazy amount of effort. And even then, it doesn't cut. That one's crazy dull. You see what I'm saying? Alright, let me clean this up, make a little margarita. Or actually, I prefer daiquiris. So let me clean this up and let's get to the demonstration. And here we see me going in, putting in that work to sharpen this knife. Took me about 12 minutes or so, but yeah, let's see what the results say. Let's see what the knife say. Let's see what the knife do. Let's see what it woo. Now look at that. Look at the sharpness. Look how brilliant that looks. It's not focusing, but that's like a mirror compared to this. You can see these little inconsistency. Look at that. Oh. Alright. It's not about how it looks, even though it looks beautiful. It's about how it cuts. Ready? Look how the hairs just pop. There you can see me Basically taking off my hairs. But yeah, you see there's a hair here now, there isn't. There's the hair. That's super easy. Now it's razor sharp. Like a razor. Check it out. We got the old lemon, the same one. So I was gonna put it away, but you know, let's use it. And now, with the slightest of efforts, wow, that's like a dream. Look how fine that is. That is super fine. Super fine. That's as thin as paper right there. Never be able to see it too well. But oh well, super fine.